like, and how much would be your earning and all. Okay, so basically I will be going with each and every topic. What I understand is this business analytics can be done by several set of people. There could be a people who are, who are there in the testing and they are trying to switch to the BA role. There could be a people who are very much fresh in the market and want to try and learn this particular skill to get the job in the business analysis. There could be the people who are already performing the business analysis in their career, but they want to go further in the same progression. For example, they want to do the certification. All right, and let me tell you, the certification adds the value to the profile. All right, so good evening guys, my name is Swati. I'm having total 14-year of experience in doing the business analysis. I have been working on multiple domains. So there are few questions that keep on popping up for the business analyst across whether this domain is required, or how much technical skills you need, or the questions like what exactly if I am in some other profession, I want to switch my particular profession. And there are the queries that comes from the freshers saying what exactly this business analysis is all about. Okay, so when I'm going on this particular session, first of all, I'll just try to quickly cover what this business analysis is all about. I'll be touch base on where exactly business analyst will fit, and then I'll be telling what all the skill sets that are required for a BA. And also I will be covering the path of the complete BA day-to-day activity. Along with, I would be telling about the different courses that IIBA is having, the different kind of certifications that are available in business analysis, which someone can do, how exactly it can add uh, advantage on your profile, and what exactly you can expect in the terms of the compensation that you will be getting in the market. All right. Now let's start with what exactly this business analysis is. So business analysis as a role, it's not limited to, gathering the requirement and making something beautiful that can fulfill the desire of your counterparty or the customers. No, it's not like that. Business analyst is a very big and a huge, huge term. All right. The business analysis starts even before the project comes into the existence. That means that this is something called as a pre-project activities. So business analysis are present there also. Business analysis are present in the software development, typical BA role, right? We generally take this business analyst or a tech business analyst, we call them as a tech business analyst. So business analysts are here also. And business analyst roles and responsibilities not just limited to taking the requirements. You need to make sure these all activities that you can see, right, can also be done by a business analyst. Whether it's the software giving the solution for any of it, the solution that you can be providing, right? It could be providing a solution for any process improvement. When we say process improvement, let's say if there is an existing system, it's not working well, you are not getting a proper output of that from that particular process, you want to change that particular process. So there's a process improvement where the plays a major role. Okay, there could be something which is on the system level, there could be something on the organization level, there could be something which is very much specific to the project, where most of the BA works on the project related tasks. All right, now I'll just quickly go and tell about I'll just go a bit deeper about it. Why do you think the business analysis is important? All right, so the business analyst is important because in order for any organization to remain competitive in the market, because we know that for any particular business there could be several disruptors in the market, so you have to be very competitive enough into the market, so that if any new changes are coming or if any new activity is going on into the market, you need to make sure that you are up to date. The quality of service that you are providing to the end users are up to date. The day when you are not following the pattern, the day when you are not following the way the other organizations are going, that time you would be losing the customers, because we as a customer have a tendency to go to the latest version. Okay. So basically, why business analysis is important here? To make sure that whatever the trends are there into the market, to understand it. If you are working into the systems, like, it's a re-engineering projects, most of the company have this re-engineering project where, there's some old system on which several business analysts are there, they're moving to the new system, and making sure that when they're moving into the new system, it's up to date and as per the current trend in the market. So you as a business analyst, you would be taking or gathering the requirements from your old system, checking what the pain points the users or the customers is having, checking doing the market analytics, that what exactly is right now happening across, what is something new that you can fit in as a customer delight and give it to the customer. Okay. So all these analysis which I just now said is done by business analyst. All right, whether it's a new product building from the scratch, whether it's a re-engineering project, no matter what, business analysts have to bring the logic, the weightage of what exactly the importance is there for any kind of enhancement into the system to the stakeholder. And whatever I said just so far, right, it's all related to what you can offer to the stakeholder. Now there's another part to it. There are the people behind the scene who works on the day to day, day to day sprints, if you might have heard about the sprints and all, right? So they are the set of the development team who works by taking the requirement of this set of stakeholder. So once as a BA you get the requirements, you analyze them, and then you present that to the stakeholder saying that, what, this is what I came up with, this is my output. Now do you think it is fine? Then in that case, once that is signed off, you're going to the development team. This signing off and pushing to the things to the development team for the development, it can be iterative way, or can be in a predictive way, which we call as a waterfall model. So there are different kind of models that are available in the market. Okay. The one which is highly used is nothing but it is called as a adaptive. That means as and when the changes comes into the market, or as the when any changes come into the requirements, you are pushing it for the development team is doing the work and then delivering that to the stakeholders. Okay. So this is one way. There are multiple things in the same way. So you as a business analyst will be working, and at the business side you will be working at the development side, you would be working as a bridge in between both, to make sure the value that we are delivering is really making sense to the business. All right. So these are some of the things which I said why exactly this business analyst is important. Now, who is a business analyst? Right. So who is a business analyst is a very important question. If you will see this particular diagram, what we try to do is, there are two sets of people, the upper side and the below people. Okay. So the top people which you can see, basically they are the part of the management team, and the people you can see below, they are the core team who are working behind the scene to deliver the value. All right. Now business analysts, although this picture is projecting that could be a part of here, but the business analyst could part of here as well. All right. So generally what this guy do is they talk to various stakeholders. They would be talking to the subject matter experts, they would be talking to different technology heads to understand what exactly the value they can bring into the system or bring into the organization. And then they are based on the requirement that this guy has gathered, he would be analyzing the data, the trend, the pattern, what the pain point is. So they depend, the different kind of a projects will have different kind of analysis to it. And trust me, you will be wondering to know, each and everything which I'm talking right is a big chapter or a subject on its own. When I say analyzing, when I say gathering, when I say that, a kind of pattern matching and all, each and every words which I'm saying is having a logic, the BA tool, the BA techniques, the guidelines defined in a babok. And that is what we offer in Intellipaat. Those techniques, those tools, how BA can use it to perform or make their life easy, using what the tools that are available into the market, making sure that these tools are something which BA should know, making sure the techniques that BA have, making sure that different kind of elicitation technology that we are having. It could be, it could be brainstorming, it could be use case designing, it could be UML designing, any kind of these techniques which I'm talking. Almost 50 techniques are there in the Babok. And when in Intellipaat, when we go and discuss about this, right, we would be discussing all these techniques and all that, that we would be covering basically in the Intellipaat. So this BA, how exactly they apply those tools and technique, they are getting, they are gathering, they are analyzing, and then they are making sure that each and every stakeholder are in or are on the same page in the terms of a knowledge that we are sharing across. So that is what the role of this BA is. Okay, so same thing, if you will see whatever I had talked so far, right? So this BA is nothing but the intermediator in between the stakeholder to analyze, to communicate, to validate the requirements. Business, they would be checking on the business processes that are there, the policies are that are there. So when any BA work, right, they don't just work for okay, organizational requirement is one thing, but there could be the requirement that comes from the regulations, regulatory authority, right? So when we talk about any analysis, any requirement or anything that we need to bring into the table, it's the BA role also to make sure that they adhere to what the regulations are, what the policies are there. All right. So that is one part of the business analysis. Business analysts must understand what exactly the business problem is, and there is a proper study to it. There's a proper way of understanding how you can check what the business problem is. Again, it goes back to the same thing which I was talking, is the tools and techniques which we generally teach in the Intellipaat, all the tools and techniques that BA would be using. Okay, and how the solution designing would be done. This is a very important part, how the solution designing is done by the BA, how the BA would be understanding that which component of a system should talk with which component, and what kind of a message it would be sharing. That is also something which is done by the business analyst. Okay, although having said that, there would be architects also involved at this particular stage when a BA is doing the solution designing. Okay, and then BA need to make sure whatever the project output is coming is meeting the actual requirement which BA has extracted at the beginning of the project. So if you will see, right, from the top to the bottom, end to end existence, if you will see, the BA exists on each and every phases, no matter what BA or no matter what software development life cycle you're using, whether it's a waterfall or it's agile, it's Kanban, no matter what. So what's the current trend in the market? First, what we had seen recently, and based on even my experience, that you never understand that even your customer doesn't understand what exactly they need. All right, so don't expect them to give you the requirement upfront. All right, they may be, asking for an apple, but they will be giving you the requirement for the orange. This is a very common, trust me. So that is where even a BA comes into the picture. In order to extract what customer needs, right, it's not that easy. When you are talking to them, there are different way of asking the questions. Then again, the techniques comes into the picture, how you need to ask, what questions you need to ask, what is the standard way, which is as per IIBA, which is nothing but the regulatory authority which defines the standards of a business analytics or business analysis, right? What are those techniques are there that you would be using to make sure the extraction of a requirement which, or illustration of a requirement which you are doing, right, is what exactly the customer needs. All right, that's the reason I keep on saying that business analysis try to understand the sum, whatever the requirements are there, not just gathering, their analysis is very important. So once you use the techniques together, there would be another set of techniques you would be applying on those required gathered requirement to come up with this solution which can add a business value. Okay. And also we have a different approach. All right. Like approach could be basically predictive and adaptive. So which approach to use also matters, and making sure that each and every counterparty or each and every stakeholders are they're in the same page, they're on the same page. And this is just one part of it. It's more than what exactly it has been written. It says that build a better business case. Why business case? So I was talking about some of the strategy analysis or pre-project activities in the beginning of this session, right? So that is what there it comes, the business cases. If your business case is not proper, trust me, you will be not getting the projects. If your business case is not approved, you will not have the sponsor for your project. All right. So BA roles, it doesn't comes on this particular focus area where it's just on the matter of creating the user story. You might have heard just creating a user story and pushing it for the development. No, BA roles and responsibilities not limited to it. This is just the 30% of a BA role: creating a user story, pushing it to the development, making sure that it's developed correctly and presenting it to the stakeholder. This is just the 30% of a BA role. BA roles and responsibilities are far bigger than this, and that is what we cover that in the Intellipaat CWAP sessions. All right, some of the responsibilities, although as I said it's more than this, but some of them we had gathered. Just to be very concise, first, they should be able to gather and prepare all the requirements. They should plan all the requirements and their documentations. They should analyze the required or the gathered requirement, and they model it properly. So when we say model it properly, right, it means the modeling could be the improvement of the process or anything that can bring a change into the system. Okay. Or take up the change request. Any change request comes in, then how exactly you as a business analyst would be doing the impact analysis, what all the upstreams downstreams are there that will be getting impacted, making sure that those has been covered when you are doing the change requests. Those are also one of the things which BA do. And also when we say BA, right, BA role is not just limited, as I said earlier, it's not just limited to taking the requirements and all. Even they do perform the acceptance testing in a standard way of business analysis, we call as validation and the verification of the requirements. All right. And then there are different skills. So whatever we had seen so far is it's and whatever I had discussed so far is more on the technical side of a BA, what all the things they need. Some tools, techniques which are there in the market that as a BA you need to learn. It's something, it's a bigger chunk of a discussions, and where uh, we will teach them as a part of our course. But apart from these are some of the technicals, not technical, you behavioral skills, you can say, as a business analyst you need to possess actually. If you will see analytical skills, definitely your analytical skills should be there. Technical skill, when we say now, I generally come across this particular question saying that what all the technical skills a BA should get. Okay, is it like I have to learn Java? Is it like I need to learn SQL Server, or what that technical skill is all about? All right, let me tell you, BA doesn't ask you to become a technical BA, right? But having said that, if you will go in the market right now, right, the market of anywhere in the world, I'm not just talking about the market of India, by the way, here. I'm talking about the market of Singapore, market of Europe, and market of um, US. Basically, these four major areas I'm taking because these four are the major areas where I'm working right now, and I know the trends there. So first thing is, yes, you need to know a very basic SQL. We have few already free available websites for them where you can learn a basic SQL free of cost, and you can test your knowledge as well. Second, these days, right, everything is there there on the API based, okay, service based. Everything is a service based. You subscribe to something and you get the service. It's like very simple, you subscribe to Netflix and you get the service. Same thing. Every product, every project is service based these days. Even a product based company, they are exposing their services to outside world, like AWS, right? So you want that service, you pay for it, something like that. So you as a BA, what level of API services or what level of this services you need to understand is also important. It's not like you have to build a code, but how you would be using those tools to understand what exactly the service the particular API is having. Okay, we have different tools available in the market for this also, which is very helpful for a BA to understand it. And trust me, the good thing is they are free. Okay, now we have problem solving skills, decision making skills, and communication skills. All these, even we have something called as a negotiation skill as well. It's very important as a BA. You should have a proper negotiation skill, which you would be using not just with the dev team but also with your stakeholders. Any kind of, even the dev teams are also your stakeholders, so all your internal and external stakeholders, you would be using this. All right. So this is all about what the BA is, what they do, what are the skill set, the tools, technologies, whether you need a technical skill, what level of technical skill is required is what definitely is point. The techniques are there. Now, when I talk about the certification, right? So I'll just quickly go through this one. So this is the IIBA website basically, and this offers certificates, various kind of certificate it offers. So if you will go to the certification, right, you will see there are different kind of certification that are available in the IIBA website. So if you'll see, we have these many, in which the most the one which is very much there in the demand is your CBAP, your ECBA, your CCBA. And these days even this is coming with a huge market demand. But this is around the data. Those who want to become a proper BA, doing the business analyst, the solution designing, and what all the things I just said, right, tools, techniques and all, that are covered in the CBAP, CCBA, ECBA. And apart from this, there we have several other certifications as well. Okay, and each and every certification come with a different criteria, saying that in the terms of number of hours that you need to spend to do a BA activity, how you can fill the form and all, right? So if you will go with this website, right, you will be understanding that in order for you to become, or in order to do the CBAP, what all the things that you need to adhere. For example, you need to complete 7,500 hours of a BA work in last 10 years. Similarly, you need to have spent a knowledge. We have total 6 knowledge areas, by the way. So how much knowledge areas are there on which you, how much amount of hours you would be spending? You need to minimum complete 35 hours of a PDU. That means there would be a session. For example, we in Intellipaat, right, we conduct a CBAP training or ECBA training or CCBA training. So we give this hours, number of hours. You have to make sure that these hours you need to get it from the proper institutes. That's mandatory for you. If you are not getting, and if it's upfront going for applying for CBAP, ECBA or CCBA, that's something the form will get rejected. Okay, there would be a references. The references could be anyone from your office, or you can take the reference from the trainer who would be providing you the trainings and all. So likewise, we have different certifications and different criteria. And these certification, trust me, they add a very big advantage to your CV. All right, I'm just taking my own example, which I had seen how exactly the salary goes from where to where. Okay, and I'll just quickly go on to the another topic where I'll be just talking about. One second. I'll be talking. Okay, so I'll be just touching base upon the salaries part, right? The salaries part, how much salary as a CBAP. If you are a business analyst, how exactly your salary structure will look like. So Second. All right, so I'll just move this slide here. So I'll just quickly cover the part where how much salaries and all we talk about, right? What the expectations you can get if you are doing the business analyst. And trust me, this job role is very much in the demand. It's too much in the demand. In fact, it went in a very high area of demand post COVID specifically. Now, coming towards the average income, right, of a BA, it depends on the country to country, definitely. What we had done, we did some kind of analysis on the market, and we categorize into the three major areas, where one is US, which where you can see it can go up to $80,000. This is India, where average salary for a fresher I'm talking about, with no experience. But yeah, if you're fresher to the market, if you doesn't have experience, trust me, ECBA, provided by IIBA organization, that ECBA training, if you are taking, right, that course, if you're taking, it will be a good start for you. So what the expectation is for the fresher, you are getting 6.1 LPA, and it depends on what exactly your experience is. If you are a BA with the experience of 10 year or so, you can expect that you are getting 25 to 30 lakhs for 10 year of experience. All right, so fresher 6, for 10 year of experience, you can expect that 25 to 30. I'm talking about average. There could be more than this. Okay. And then in the euro, you can see 45 won. Okay. Now, just a learning path. I'll take just few point to it. Learning part in the terms of how exactly the BA do their work, what all the things that comes into the life of a BA. You do the elicitation, you collaborate with all the stakeholders, you understand the team roles and responsibility, what is doing what, and how exactly you would be dealing with the day-to-day activities of a BA. You need to make sure whatever the requirement you had gathered, it has been perfectly stored, managed, and distributed. Okay. And then you need to make sure who are the authority who would be doing a kind of approval for your requirement. So, and what exactly the tools and technique, as I said, right, there are total 50 tools and techniques that we have we generally discuss in Intellipaat. So those will be it. And all the documentation, how you document your requirement based on what kind of requirement it is, and how you present to the stakeholders. And each and every area is a big thing in its own. All right. So that's all what I wanted to present. All right. In case you have any query related to anything, whether it could be your job profile, or it could be on a BA, it could be on a certification, or it could be on anything, I'm open to take that particular question. I'm just showing here the detail of the detail of the person, like course advisor. If you want to get the course from Intellipaat, where whatever the things I had discussed is just 10% of what we offer in Intellipaat. We go into the in-depth discussion about each and every area which I had just now said, whether it's a pre-project activity, project activity, or post-project activities, with all the tools and the techniques, which is as per IIBA standards. And that's something, if you are taking this particular course, it will make sure that you are ready for this, any of the IIBA or any BA examination or the certification examination, whether it could be from ECBA to it could be from CBAP or anything. So for in case if you are interested, make sure that you are calling on this number, which you can see it's displayed over my screen, and this is the email ID. All right, I'm open to any question if anyone have any kind of a questions. Second. Okay, so I get one question saying, hope it is based on practice or experience. Help us to gather requirement. Uh, so your question is that whatever we teach is based on the practice and experience. Yes, that's right. So let me give you just um bit about it. Whenever we discuss any kind of the topic or technique or tool or any knowledge area, basically that or out of what it's defined in IABA, BABOK, we go always with example. Without example, even I would or any trainer will also be not able to explain you, and you will also be not able to understand. Any other question? Thanks. What about the BI developer fresher salary? Now, let me tell you, this business intelligence developer that are there, right? So, this and intelligence developer, for them, the basic thing is they would be understanding the pattern of what exactly is happening. Basically, these days, right, the organization treat their data as an asset. Okay, and on the top of this assets, there are different BI developers that sit and understand, come up with a pattern, and then give the pattern to the business analyst, and then business analyst sit on it, understand it, and then come up with the requirements. So trust me, this BI freshers and all that are there, right? They also get around 6 to 10 in their initial career. It's a very fascinating role. If you will ask me, it's very much in demand. But yeah, you need to have a very good understanding of uh, learning the data, all those ETL tools, or how exactly you perform this cleaning of a data. Gathering the requirements is one thing, but yeah, cleaning of a data, understanding the patterns, all these comes under it. Different steps are there inside it. One question, can you please unmute, or may I ask anyone from the panel here is. Okay. So meanwhile I'll check if someone can unmute. I'll just take the next question. How a business intelligence frees requirement and analysis and document it with simple example. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing. Let's say uh I can take any of the example. Let's say I'm just taking one of the example which is related to a trading platform. Let's say, huh? So let's say you are a salesperson. Okay, in the trading area also, right, we have different kind of people, that's it. So let's say if you are doing any kind of trading, the trading could be of anything. The trading could be of same day, or the trading could be the future date you want to hedge your money and all. Okay, so I'm just taking one example. There could be multiple examples I can take. This is one thing which is quickly coming in my mind. So when you do these activities, right, when you book a trade, the system captures the pattern, saying that in a day for this particular bank, how many deals that has been booked, which was for the same day, or how many hedging has been completed, what is the profit that we had generated. Okay, now this has been recorded. These the same thing would be captured again and again over the period of a time. Now with this, right, the organization will understand, all right, so for me, most of my data that or most of my business is coming if the person is hedging for so and so month, in so and so season. This is a maximum booking, and this is what the maximum business it is giving to me. So when we take this particular data, we gather this particular set of data, and then we start analyzing the pattern, and that is how it helps us in making the decision that how exactly the business can process, and what kind of a features, the lights are there that a business can bring to the customer, so that more and more customers can get attracted and we can increase our business. Now, how freeze the requirement and analysis here, that depends what level of data an organization want to take as in sample. It's not fixed. It depends on the business to business. If you will ask me, right, I am working in one of the bank. So when we do this data analytics in order to get the data of what the pattern is, we generally look for maximum 6 months, because we think that the people mindset, these days they keep on changing. Whatever you are doing now, right, probably this days 3 or 4 months after you will feel like it was of no use. So it depends what kind of industry you are in, what kind of a data you are playing with. That is how you freeze the requirement of taking the data for doing the requirement analysis in the BI I'm talking about. Okay, I work as a Oracle ERP functional consultant, experience of 9 year in testing and support. After learning BA, I apply as ERP BA job market, and what are exactly the opportunity? I have a 2 year, meaning I have to resume my career as a BA. Okay, that's a very good question. So trust me, I have multiple people in our my class, which is going on right now in Intellipaat with the same situation. They are a functional consultant, okay, and they have a good amount of experience in testing basically. Okay, they are not in support, but they are mainly into the testing. But but these set of people is the it's a main cohort I had seen who are transferring themselves from this testing and support world to the BA these days. Because I'm expecting that you must be a functional tester or manual tester, or you are an automation tester, Shrikant. I'm expecting that you are a manual tester, because these kind of a question comes from the manual tester. Don't mind me, but the manual testing, right, over the period of time, it will fade away, right? So what I'm expecting is, it's a good time for you to switch your career as a BA, because for me, if you will trust me, right, testers sense where exactly the problem can come. That's the best thing about the testing. All right. And when this kind of logic mix with the analytical skill which we teach in a BA course, right, it makes a very great combination in the terms of how you would be doing the requirements, in the terms of how you would be writing the requirements, in the terms of how you would be doing the validations. This is a very big thing. And when you are planning or applying as a ERP BA, probably just ERP BA will become a very generic. If any ERP definitely that should be your job profile. But again, I'll suggest you don't go or limit yourself as just a ERP BA. If you will ask me, right, I'm not specific to a particular domain. I have worked in taxation, I have worked in the right now I'm working in the foreign exchange trading, basically as a BA. Before this, I worked in the telecommunication, I work in education system, I was working with Oracle in hospitality. So I have wide spread or a knowledge of different domains that are there. And you have a good experience of a testing, I'll suggest you don't limit yourself as a ERP BA. All right. Any more question? It could be anything. It could be your basic BA, your what you want to do in your life, what any career guidance, or it could be anything you want to know about the certifications. I was expecting this question. Okay. So all right. Now domain expertise is important for BI. If you'll ask me, it's yes and no. It again depend, but most of the time what I had seen, it's no. I'm telling based on the experience of a people we are hiring in my own company. All right, as I said, I'm working in bank right now. If you will go into the market, it's very difficult to get anyone who is having the experience on banking with this BI experience or BA experience. So we had not limited ourselves for a domain. But having said that, if you have a domain expertise on that particular area, it will be a very much added advantage. It is a added advantage, no doubt about it, but it's not mandatory initially. Over the period of time, if you're spending a amount of time there in the organization, oh, you will be getting that for sure. But yeah, the it will create an impact if you really have the experience on it. Even though if you don't have, right, when you start your work, you have to contact with subject matter expert for sure, whether you have it or not. So you would be contacting with the subject matter expert in order to understand or read the data. I mean, definitely you had written read the raw data, you came up with the patterns, you are sharing that with the subject matter expert, right? If you have a domain understanding, you can understand the pattern, you don't have to go to subject matter expert, you can draw the result and you can present it to the management. Now the extra thing which you have to do is you have to go to the subject matter expert with this pattern and ask what do you think it can be, and then go to the management. That will be the difference. One step difference. Any more questions? Okay. All right. One more. For beginner NBI ECBA is starting. Yes. For beginners, ECBA is starting definitely. In the ECBA, when you are learning, there would be along with it, I would suggest to do some data training as well. Okay. Probably when you are taking this ECBA course, we can suggest you some of the data related activities that you should understand and learn. It will help you out there. But as I said, right, if you're fresher and if you really want to switch, um, that's the best thing that has been offered by IIBA, that is ECBA. I have seen many freshers who are coming into this career taking that as a base. Okay. Any more questions? Did I answer you? Welcome. Feel free to ask the question. No question is a wrong question. You can ask questions on if you're trying to switch your career, or if you want to, like one of our friends said, right? You want to switch the career, or if you are a fresher, or you can ask me any foolish question on a BA business analytics. Happy to take those questions. Any help you if you are already doing the certification, you need any kind of a help, or we can help you. I mean, I can help you providing those kind of suggestions as well. All right. One more. What is the duration for this particular certification? So the duration in the terms of when you are trying to apply for ECBA examination, it's 21 hours of training you have to attend, which again Intellipaat provides you. Those training, once you attend that particular training, you are eligible to sit in the examination and you can write the examination. The examination, the level of complexity for this examination is not very high. The kind of training which we will be providing, it will be more than enough for you to crack the examination. Having said that, the person who is trying to apply for for CCBA or CBAP, it will be a bit tougher. For ECBA, it will be easy. Also, I'll suggest, in case if you have time, you can go through the IIBA website where you will get the detail of what all the certifications IIBA provides. You can also log into the Intellipaat. You can see the certifications. Even Intellipaat have different certifications, and these certifications, by completing the certification, you will get the PDUs, which you can use for applying on the examination. No, we don't have a different level of ECBA. ECBA is itself is a level one. Any more questions? All right. So if we don't have any question, we can end the session. As you can see the screen, I'm flashing the contact details. Any point of time, if you feel right, you need to go take up the session, try to bring any change in the career path, you can do that. Sorry, one last question. What would be the certification cost and fee for Intellipaat? It's something, help Parmeshwaran, if I pronounce it correctly. You can call at this number or send an email on this particular number to take the details of it. Just make sure you're noting this number down, which is flashing on the screen right now. These are the advisors who can help you with the details of the certifications. All right. So if no more questions, I'll stop the session now. Just make sure you're contacting them if you need any further information or the guidance or any kind of help. You can just contact them. Also, if you want to enroll yourself with Intellipaat, just make sure you are contacting them. They will be guiding you with the proper course that can be given, proper courses that can be taken, and how much the hours it will be, the PDUs that it would be giving. All those information you can take from here. All right. Thank you all.